You were an assistant. You were on the cheer team.
I was on the cheer team.
You were running the cheer team 2007. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just kind of talk us through that year. You go down to Disney and you have your routine that you rehearse for months and months and months, and you know you have a good squad. And it's always Kentucky and Alabama, and I think for years. Well, you said 1 in 03, right? And so this would have been the second one. But, you know, it's always, you know, you have to be perfect if you want to beat Kentucky or somebody. Yeah. So talk us through what you remember about that event in 2007.
So the biggest thing is, you know, we had a lot of, we had a mixed group of people on that team. We had a good amount of freshmen, but we also had, 6 seniors that had been through the mud and knew exactly kind of what the expectations were. But we had all the confidence in the world. And so the most vivid memory I have is in semifinals. We had a drop in the cheer, but we hit everything else. And I had a couple of cheerleaders from a different college come up to me as we were walking out. And they just were talking about how we're going to beat Kentucky. Like, this was the best routine they had ever seen. And, you know, just that confidence. And I just remember vividly that those other colleges were saying, okay, these guys are legit and they're ready to win that year. So that's probably the most vivid memory I have. You know, we had skills in that routine that had never been done prior to that in competition. And so, you know, there's teams now that will use those pyramids still. So yeah.
The 03 team got inducted to the Hall of Fame. Coach Gooch got inducted last year. Did you wonder, like, at any point, hey, maybe the 07 team gets inducted too, considering 03 got inducted?
I knew we were the better team. let me just say that first off. No, I always have appreciated UCF's love for the Spirit programs, because you don't find that at every college in the country. You know, there's a lot of schools out there that don't even consider their Spirit programs part of the athletic department. So just being able to use the weight rooms while we were cheering, being able to use the academic, you know, the tutoring access and everything, that to me was already past what my expectations were. So, you know, when 03 had the Hall of Fame, you know, I was like, you know, that's the first team, but that's probably going to be it, because, you know, we're the cheerleading, you know, we're a cheerleading team, right? So then when we had the conference call with Linda, because I love Linda Gooch, she saved me as a college student. When they said, okay, we all going to join in, we're going to talk about the 07 team, we're going to talk about Linda Gooch, I was like, all right, sign me up. And then when she said that we made the Hall of Fame, it was a huge surprise to me, because I was expecting 03 to be the only kind of cheer team in that Hall of Fame. If you do some research, I guarantee you we're probably one of the only cheer teams. We're for sure probably the only school to have 2 cheer teams in the Hall of Fame. But we're probably one of the only ones that have 1 cheer team at least in the Hall of Fame, for sure, in their athletic department.
So back in 07 at Disney Wire Warner Sports, when you finished your routine, did you feel like you won the national championship at that point? But you know how it is in a judge's sport. You never know how they're going to view this or that. Right. Or did it not really sink in until you actually heard it announced?
So you never, correct, it's a subjective sport.
Yes, it's not like a score that you see you win a football game. It's different. It's what the judges think, not necessarily what you think.
So we knew Kentucky had dropped. And that was in the back of our head, in the back of my mind, no matter what. So when I knew we hit, let's just say I had a pretty good idea, but you never know in that sport, because there can be, like I said, it's subjective. So, but we were lucky enough to take the victory that night, and that was our expectations. Our expectations are always to hit a clean routine, and based off of the stuff that we had in that routine, I kind of knew that it was going to happen,
Kentucky, of course, you talk about how Kentucky has had a dominant Spirit program over the course of that time. They were on a streak of 14 of 16 national titles. The only 2 years they never won, 03 and 07, to the point where they had like TV cameras following them. I saw. What was it like for you to go up against a team like Kentucky and be one of the only teams to beat them during that run?
Oh, it was the best feeling in the world. Best feeling. On the UCF team, we knew, so I came in as a transfer. So I'd gone to a couple other, colleges, but I came in as a transfer. And we knew that, and I knew that, in 03, UCF was the only team to beat Kentucky. And I knew that we had it, the goal was to do it again. When we beat Kentucky, I don't want to say like the cheerleading world heard it, right? So like, because like you said, like how many did they win in a row?
14 of 16 during
14
that
of
streak.
16, right? But this one was different because, and the 03 team will get mad at me for saying this, but Kentucky had dropped like a few items, and 03 hit, but with 07, our routine was a better routine than Kentucky had. And that's the thing I'm most proud of, because even if Kentucky hadn't dropped that final pyramid, let's put those two routines up together, and everybody hit perfect. I can't guarantee, because like you said, it's subjective, but I promise you it would either be very close or we were going to win it. And that to me was, one of the proudest moments of my life. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.